Hello and good afternoon to all of you that are joining Hey Do You Know, brought to you by UKM Career. So Hey Do You Know is the program that is going to talk about tips on how to prepare students for employment in every workplace after graduation. We want to provide more learning opportunities for all students to build independence and have more choices in how and what they are learning. Hey Do You Know can help students to be future ready and prepare them for the future work. Every week, UKM Career will invite a professional and successful guests in different fields to share about a given topic. So before we jump on our topic today, I would like to say thank you to our panel, Madam Shohada, Ms. Natra, and Madam Izati for coming to this session. Maybe all of you can introduce yourself and briefly share your background to everyone here.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for inviting me. I am Shwada Jalil, a Chief Operating Officer at Petronas Malaysia. I am excited to be here to share with all of you about work etiquette.
Hello everyone. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for inviting me. I'm Natra Laili. I've been in the CEO position at Women's Health Malaysia for nearly 8 years. I'm very excited to share about work etiquette with the participants and of course our great panelists who are here with us today as well.
Okay, hi everyone. First of all, thank you for having me today. I am Izati Azali. I'm a Director, Human Resource, Sony Corporation of Malaysia. And honestly, I cannot wait to share a lot of things that are related to our topics today lah.
So today's topic, we are going to focus on workplace etiquette. What is workplace etiquette and why is it important to be discussed? Workplace etiquette is simply defined as the basic manners in the world of business. Should you have a good etiquette at work? Exactly, yes. We want our students to know how important it is because the first thing important in our workplace is etiquette. Whether you are preparing for an interview, starting your first day on the job, or advancing in your career, professionalism and workplace etiquette are always important. So I'm going to ask our panel today, maybe all of you have a different perspective on this topic. What, according to you, is the most important aspect of workplace etiquette and why?
Thank you so much for the question, moderator. Okay, if we are talking about workplace etiquette, first impressions are very crucial. The way you dress, your body language, greetings, conversation, and of course, the golden rule shows how professional and prepared you are as an employee. You know, how you present yourself to others, especially in front of your bosses and your colleagues at your workplace, speaks volume. People often form first impression about others within seconds of first meeting them. Therefore, it is very crucial to ensure you are properly prepared to present yourself as a professional. You know, as a part of higher ups, I do take first impression seriously because I think when you can present yourself to your boss and your colleagues how you are as a person, it'll make them realize that you can and they actually can rely on you to do a great job. Then you will likely begin to receive greater responsibility.
For me, for that question, thank you, moderator. Okay, in my opinion, that how we or you treat people says a lot about us is the most important thing at this point. Because first, for me, learn names and learn them quickly. A good tip for remembering names is to use a person's name 3 times within your first conversation with them. And also, for me, that write names down and keep business card. People will know when you don't know their names and may interpret that this is sign that you don't value them. And for me, secondly, don't make value judgment on people's importance in the workplace, because talk to the maintenance staff and to the people who perform many of the administrative support. These people deserve your respect. And for me, the next one is about our self-assessment, because when we think about how you treat your supervisor, peers, and subordinates, would the difference in the relationship, if seen by others, cast you in an unfavorable light? If so, find where the imbalance exists and start the process of reworking the relationship dynamic. And the last one, in my opinion, that what you share with others about your personal life is your choice. But be careful, because things can come back to haunt you. Because don't ask others to share their personal life with you. This makes many people uncomfortable in the work and in the workspace, I mean, and respect people's personal space, because this may be very different from your own. That's it from me.
Okay, thank you so much, moderator, for the question. And in my opinion, whether you are starting your first internship or have many years of personal experience under your belt, communication is important part of workplace etiquette. It is sometimes not what you say, but how you say it that counts you to be mindful of how you communicate with your colleagues in meetings and one-on-one conversation. Lack of workplace etiquette will result in people turning away from you. And workplace etiquettes include good communication skills. Even if a person is not able to understand or to fluent in a particular language, communication will remain effective and give you the trust and respect between people. Your good manners also show that you acknowledge those around you and are considerate of their presence. Avoid discussing political and religious matters. Keep the conversation focused on non-controversial topics so your coworkers find you easy to talk to.
So as we know in the working world, being professional can ensure a positive first impression, successful interpersonal relationships, and a lasting reputation within your organization and industry. So my question is, how can someone improve their workplace etiquette and maintain a professional attitude at work?
Okay, what an interesting question. Okay, first of all, we all know that how you behave at work can affect everything from your relationship with your coworkers to finding new opportunities for advancement. Your behavior can bolster your professional reputation and boost your career almost as much as your skill and experience do. So how can someone improve their workplace etiquette and maintain a professional attitude at work to have a positive attitude? People enjoy working with colleagues who are upbeat and optimistic. If you show up very motivated and with a good attitude, your colleagues might be likely to display similar behavior, which can improve overall office morale. If encounter challenges at work, try to solve them rather than complaining about them. Give your colleague positive feedback, encouragement on projects. Compliment the people around you on their personal and professional achievements. And I also think that being reliable is one way to show a professional attitude at work. You can show your colleagues and manager that they can rely on you to meet deadlines, do quality works, and show up meetings on time. When someone asks you to complete a task, commit to doing it well and finishing on time. Prepare for meetings by reviewing agendas and bringing notes and discussion points. If your manager knows that they can depend on you to do high quality timeline work, they might give you more responsibility and independence.
I do agree with Madam Shu, just like what she mentioned earlier. How you behave at work can affect everything. So my take on how to maintain a professional attitude at the workplace is, this is the main priority would be to arrive on time. Okay, punctuality shows your coworkers that you are reliable, care about your work, and value their time. Because at the workplace, it's not all about you. You are surrounded by your coworkers, so at this time is important as well. Um, I also think that you have to take steps to ensure you are on time for work each day, such as setting alarms and use calendar reminders to keep on track for meetings and conferences, and to arrive a few minutes earlier. So if you do encounter traffic during your commute or need to answer an urgent email before a meeting, you can stay on your schedule lah. And then I think that's all on me.
Thank you, moderator, for that good questions for me. So how we can maintain a professional attitude at work? So first step, why I say being honest is the first step, because integrity in the workplace can lead to positive relationships. Okay, so co-workers who trust each other are often productive and work well as a team. Like, be honest if you need personal time off from work or an extra few days to complete a project. So keep company and client information confidential. If you see dishonest behavior elsewhere in the workplace, report it to your manager. And secondly, or the last one from me, avoid social media, even if your job involves posting on social media sites, and monitoring company platforms, and avoid checking your personal accounts during working hours. If a colleague or manager notice that you are on social media during the day, they might question your productivity. Instead, wait until your lunch, break to check social media updates, and turn off social media notifications so you won't be distracted or distract others who work near you. That's it from me.
So all of you hold the highest positions in the company, right? As I can see, all of you are bosses. So my question is, what are the examples of etiquettes that you want your workers to practice every day?
Okay, thank you. I love the questions. Thank you, moderator. First, my workers must understand that the whole work environment, because the values, policies, and the procedures of a workplace can be difficult to discern at first. If you are in a larger organization with a structured human resource division, you may have access to an HR manager or in-house training to keep you informed of your organization's expectations. In a smaller workplace setting, some of the knowledge may come from observing others and asking questions like of your colleagues when needed. Lastly, observing the atmosphere and actions of others can help you understand what appropriate and what's not, and how to best navigate the workplace while maintaining your professionalism. As the global market grows, the need to understand multiple international standards of business etiquette is also growing. If you take a job or internship in another country, be to research the proper etiquette, culture, and custom for both that country and the organization you plan to work for. That's it from me.
Okay, thank you, moderator, for the question. What I want my workers to practice every day is to be on time, because we are all busy, and like Miss Natra mentioned before, being punctual shows others that you value their time, and being late doesn't mean that you are busier than other people. It just means you are inconsiderate. Thank you.
Okay, that's a very exciting answer for my fellow panelists. However, for me personally, in my workplace, we meet and engage with new people every day. So it's very important for my workers to practice their greetings, especially because, showing confidence when you greet someone for the first time gives a good first impression. It also gives advantage in a good way for our company. Okay, if I were to give tips, workers should always do 5 things when meeting someone, which is the first one would be look them in the eyes, and then give them a firm handshake, and then greet them by their name, and then say your name clearly, loudly, and the last one will be smile. Because whenever you put a smile on someone's face, it can also make someone's day lah. So it's very important to smile, okay, because it will give you a positive energy, okay. This will show the other person also that you are positive and confident. You can also show the other person that the meeting is very important. So you want to thank them for having a meeting with you and staying around and having a positive attitude with you. That's all for me.
All right, before we end our session today, I'm going to jump to the last question, asking about opinion. What advice would you give to graduates who are just starting to work, and what can students do to improve their chances of finding employment after college?
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Nadia, for having all of us. Okay, so this would be my last advice to maybe to the fresh graduates and to the students who are here with us as well. Okay, always the first one will be always be prepared in whatever shortcomings that you're going to go through. If you did not prepare yourself mentally and physically, the workplace will be such a different place for you. It'll be totally different, and you will be feel strange and whatnot. Okay, so the transition from uni into employment might be hard, but it will be easier for you if you know what you are actually doing. It's completely natural to feel a bit nervous on your first day, but the most important thing is to act confident because confidence help you to prepare for life experiences. When you're confident, you are more likely to move forward with people and opportunities. Okay, some tips I'd like to share. If you are looking for a job, know your career goals. Identify what kind of career you want. This is particularly important for people entering the workforce for the first time, or maybe you wanted to change your careers. Okay, you also can get recommendation from family, your professor, or a career coach. Make sure you have a clear and realistic goal. Determine how you plan to reach it and not what qualifies you for the career path. These steps can help you narrow with your job search to positions you are passionate about and will help you advance professionally. That's all.
Okay, and my advice to those graduates is to learn everything. Remember that every moment is an opportunity to learn from everyone around you, no matter their title. Pay attention when potential when they don't, and watch how people react to it. Be a relationship with the people who face problems by being their solution. And what can students do to improve their chances of finding employment after college is instead of building a resume, I think about building a life. Most graduate resumes are assemblage and of our unrelated activities transparency in their primary message. This is all about checking items of a list. There will be a little volunteerism, some leadership, usually of campus organization that has 10 vice presidents and internship in the field and completion of a major with a GPA over 3.0 but then less than 4.0. Someone who builds a life during the 4 years of undergraduate study looks different. Their resumes need no statement of objective because everything in their resumes carries the same message. And actually, bachelor's degrees don't guarantee anything, but they will work for you if you create a life, not just a resume.
Regarding to these questions, my advice, just a simple word. Pick up your hobby. Pick up your hobby because we have all got interests that we like to indulge if only we had the time. But with some lockdown measures in place, it seems we all have more time than we thought during 2021. Starting a hobby demonstrate initiative and a passion for learning. It will also help you occupy that tricky hobbies and interests section of a CV or application form. Because of social distancing measures due to the pandemic, many group activities or contact sports are off the cards. However, there are still a variety of options for you to consider. For example, you could learn a coding language, start writing a novel, learn how to cook or bake, get outside and figure out how to plant or grow, take up an instrument, start a book club, teach yourself new skills such as painting, sewing, crafting, take up photography. I think pick up a hobby is the best point for you for these questions. That's it from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you to our panelists today. It's such an informative and interesting talk. So we come to the end part of our session today. I would like to say thanks again to our panel today for the informative and interesting talk, and thank you to the audience for participating. Hopefully today's topic about workplace etiquette will be beneficial for everybody, especially for students. Thank you for your attention. See you next time.